of various financial institutes. Specifically, banks and other financial institutes are applying the same technique to calculate the interest. So, are you ready? Hello, are you ready for the next type of practical question? Just 1 minute. I will share the screen and then after we go for that particular discussion. Okay, everyone. So write down the title. The next point for us. Intra-year compounding and discounting. Intra-year compounding and discounting. Like this. Just write down the title. Intra-year compounding and discounting. Everyone, please be careful. This is very, very important for all of you, not from the point of view of examination, but from the point of view of your personal life, your personal finance. Okay, so please be careful and be conscious while doing the practical questions. Good morning, Divya and rest of students. Welcome back to the financial management session. Already we have started the session. So please just write down the title, intra-year compounding and discounting. Here compounding means to find out the future value when the interest is calculating during the year. Either on a monthly basis, either on a quarterly basis, either on a half yearly basis. Whenever the calculation of interest will be done during the year. Okay, it may be a monthly, it may be a quarterly, it may be a half yearly. In that case, we need to use these methods. Okay, so first of all, write down the first one, intra-year compounding. Intra-year compounding. And then write down the formula. Intra-year compounding is equal to PV in a bracket 1 plus in second bracket R divided by M, second bracket over main bracket over M into N raised to M into N. Here PVN means future value, okay, also being known as compounded value, is equal to PV means present value or principal amount. In a bracket 1 means 1, R means rate of interest, M, here M is new for you, so M stand for number of months. Number of months, N means number of years. Are we clear about the concept and formula? Again, I repeat in a one line, whenever the calculation of interest will be done in between there, At that time, it called as intra-year compounding. Intra-year, it means during the year. So whenever the interest calculated during the year, it's known as intra-year compounding. So for more clarification, let me share the one practical question to you. Now see the question number 22. Suppose you deposited 5,000 rupees in a bank for the next 5 years. Your deposit on 10% compounding interest. But now please be careful. Interest semi-annually. 10% compounded interest semi-annually. Semi-annually means 6 monthly, half yearly. So here bank will provide you interest on every 6 months, not on an annual basis. Up to this, what we have discussed, that bank will provide you interest after the completion of 1 year. But here bank will give you the interest after completion of 6 months. What will be the value of deposit at the end of the 5 years? Question is very simple. 5 years के बाद कितनी amount आपको मिलेगी? The question is clear? How to identify this type of question? Whenever we have a number of months in between the question. Okay, in a practical question at that time, we need to use this formula or technique. So FVN is equal to P or present value PV in a bracket 1 and after plus or minus. Are you sure, Prisha? One minus or plus? Plus. Okay, so please be careful while writing the formula, because in the previous methods, in the previous techniques, 1 minus is there, but in this method we have 1 plus R divided by M. M means number of years, internal bracket over, now the main bracket over, raised to M into N. Now put the values here. P means your principal amount, 1,000 rupees, in a bracket 1 plus, in a counter bracket R means rate of interest. Here 10% means 0.10 divided by number of months. Now see here, interest will be calculated semi-annually. Semi-annually means how many months are there in a semi-annually or half-yearly calculation? Specifically given to you 6 months. So here number of months are 6. So M is equal to 6 bracket over raised to M. M means 6 into N, number of years 5. First we work on an internal bracket. Okay, so 1 plus in an internal bracket 0.10 divided by 6. Can you tell me the answer? 0.10 divided by 6. (0.0167). Answer होगा like 0.016666 like this. Okay, so if we are using first 4 digits, so we'll write like this: 0.0166, last one is 7. If you are using 4 or 5 digits, then if you are using only 3 digits, then 17. But I'm using this much of digits, so I write like this: raised to 6 into 5, 30. So 5,000 in a bracket 1 plus 0.167 bracket over raised to 30. 5,000 into, now 0.1 101,667 raised to 30. आपने जितने भी डिजिट लिए हुए डजेंट मैटर, बट मिनिमम 4 डिजिट भी रिक्वायर्ड, मैक्सिमम 6 और मैक्सिमम अनलिमिटेड, दैट अप टू यू. So 1.01667 raised to 30. Your answer must be 1.6421. If is there any correction, please let me know. I'm right? Hello everyone, my voice is coming to you. Guys, I'm not getting any response. Okay, thank you, beta. So now it's clear. Into 5,000, and you will get the final answer, and that is around by 8,210.5 according to my calculation. If you are getting something different, let me know. See, for this type of questions, we does not have any table. So don't look at or don't wait for the table. We need to do a manual calculation. And this is which type of question? This is, my dear, intra-year compounding. Intra-year compounding. Maybe you have joined late, so you are not knowing this. This method is intra-year compounding. Are we clear? Okay. Let me share one more practical question to you. Okay. Your amount is 5,000, number of years are 6, rate of interest 12%, and now the important line here, the frequency of compounding is 4 times. Frequency of compounding is 4 times. It means how many months they are waiting for the calculation of interest. Frequency of compounding is 4 times. It means interest is calculated 4 times during the year, and we need to calculate the interest for 4 times. How many months are required? Okay, so 3 months. 3 months are there. After every 3 months, it means if you start from the next month, okay, generally we have started from the 1st April, so April, May and June. Okay, then July, August and September, then after October, November and December, and last is January, Feb and March. So these three months are there, and in the other terminology we known as quarter. Okay, so there are 4 quarters in a year, and in 1 quarter we have 3 months. So here maybe the word 4 times in a year, quarterly, every 3 months, after 3 months. Okay, this type of words may be used. So now our calculation is very easy. Just write down the formula, put the values, and go for the addition, multiplication and division. Here P means 5,000 in a bracket 1 plus R, rate of interest 0.12 divided by number of months. Already we have done calculation, 3 bracket over rest to 3 into 6. So 5,000 in a bracket 1 plus R The second bracket 0.12 divided by 3. 0.12 divided by 3. Can you tell me the answer? Definitely I know 0.04. Okay. Let's do 6 or 3 into 6, 18. So 5000, 1 plus 0.4, sorry, 0.04, 1.04 raised to 18. 5000 into. Now can you tell me 1.04 raised to 8? 1.04 raised to 8. 1.3685. And the final answer 6842.84. Please correct me if I'm wrong. All of you, are you with me?
Yes,
Sir, there is a mistake. Where, my dear?
Hello, sir.
Yes, Daniel.
The value of is not 8, it is 18. 1.04 raised to power 18.
1.04 here.
Yes.
It's right, my dear. 3 into 6, 18.
The value will be
One-
2.02.
Sorry?
When you raise 1.04 into 18, the value will be 2.025.
No, my dear. You have missed out the step. The step number 1, first internal bracket. Okay, 0.12. 0.12 divided by 3. You will get 0.04. Okay, that is internal bracket. Now, this internal bracket will be added in a 1. Okay, and out of this bracket, rest to m into n. It means m means number of months and n means number of years. 3 into 6. That is outside of the entire bracket. It is not for the internal bracket. Are you getting my point?
Yes, I got your point. I was like saying 1.04 raised to 8, you get the value 1.3685. But then when it is 1.04 raised to 18, you get 2.0258.
No, my dear. My dear, what his query is, what I understand. He has, you know, done the calculation here without adding a 1. So first of all, my dear, first we need to add this 0.4 in 1. See here in a formula bar. ये हमारा इंटरनल ब्रैकेट है. ओके, मैंने यहाँ पे वो ब्रैकेट नहीं किया, इसीलिए आपको कदर ऐसा हुआ होगा. Like this. Now clear, dear? Okay, Shivani Ba and rest of all the students, I am again repeating that first of all we need to work on an internal bracket. Here internal bracket means R divided by M. 0.12 divided by 3, it means you will get 0.04 0.04, and then after we need to work in internal bracket. Here internal bracket means in a bracket 1 plus 0.04. Okay, then after rest to 18, and all of you have done like this 0.04 raised to 18. 0.04 raised to 18. 0.04 is internal to internal bracket, but that is internal. We need to apply this 18 on an entire bracket. So entire bracket will be 1.0.04. So ultimately 1.04 raised to 18. Now it's clear, everyone?
No, sir.
How? Let me check once again. 1.04 raised to 18. Just 1 minute, huh? Okay. Yes. Here is a mistake. Now I got your query. Here the mistake is in calculation, and that is if we do the 1.04 raised to 18, am right? Raised to 18, we will get 2.0258. Now, right? And if we multiply this amount with 5,000, final answer we get 10,129.08. Yes, now it's right. Now, are we clear about this one? Thank you, Daniel and other those who notice it. Okay, the calculation or calculator errors. Thank you, dear. Okay, now one more question and last question from this method. Suppose you have some amount with you right now, okay, in your wallet, in your bank account, whatever, whenever, in your locker also. Okay. Now, please listen carefully. Write down that figure. Write down that amount. Right now, suppose whichever amount you have in your wallet, in your bank account, or in your locker, just write down that amount in your book. Done? आपके पास अभी जितना भी टोटल मनी हो उसको आपकी नोट में लिखो. ऐसा कोई है कि जिसके पास इतना मनी है कि वो काउंट नहीं कर सकता कि सर मेरे पास कितना मनी है? चलो, डन. Just note down your total money in your book. Have you done it? Okay. Now, my suggestion to you that all of you, please put this entire money in a fixed deposit, of one particular bank for next 5 years. For how many years? For next 5 years, and bank will provide you a 6% interest. Bank will provide you a 6% interest. Can you tell me which amount you will get after 5 years? If the rate of interest is 6%, number of years are 5, and amount already you have. For the explanation purpose, suppose I have right now 5 lakh rupees. Okay. Now, my first question to you. Information are clear for everyone? And here, investment scheme is FD. Investment scheme is FD, fixed deposit. Information is clear. You have deposited 5 lakh rupees or your amount in a FD fixed deposit for next 5 years, and bank will provide you 6% interest. 6% interest. Now, can you tell me? Which amount you will get after 5 years? But before that, just write down the method. Which method is applicable here? यहाँ पे कौन सी मेथड अप्लाई होगी? फ्यूचर वैल्यू ऑफ सिंगल अमाउंट, प्रेजेंट वैल्यू ऑफ सिंगल अमाउंट, फ्यूचर वैल्यू ऑफ एन्युटी, प्रेजेंट वैल्यू ऑफ एन्युटी, और इंट्रा ईयर कंपाउंडिंग. हेलो एवरीवन, what about others? I got only one response. Which method is applicable here? Quickly. Okay, very good, very nice, good going. Okay, so when I said to fixed deposit, it means here only the one amount. Okay, fixed deposit means I invested 5 lakh rupees for a single time for the next 5 years, and bank will provide me an interest, but that interest will be provided at the end of the year. If in between the year I withdraw this amount, I will get a zero interest. So whenever the FD is there, it means it is a future value of single amount. Okay, now the important question. Now the twist in a question. Instead of FD, I have used that I have a 5 lakh rupees in my saving account. I have 5 lakh rupees in my saving account, and I am in a position, or I willing to keep the same amount for the next 5 years, and bank will provide me, or generally bank will provide an interest of 4.5 or 4% on a saving account. So if the 4% interest rate is there for the next 5 years, in that case, whenever the saving account comes, can you tell me when the interest will be calculated by the bank? Generally, bank will calculate the interest after every 3 months. After every 3 months. That is on saving account. On a current account, no interest provision is there. So please remember, whenever the saving account word is there, it means it's a real example, okay, of your intra-year compounding. And bank will provide you a 4 or 4.5% interest on every 3 months. And generally, all the operations, all the activities, all the transactions are quarterly based for a bank, except the annual charges. Except the annual charges. Your annual charges means charges for ATM card, and charges for debit card, and charges for credit cards. Are you getting my point? ओके, सो अभी आपके पास जो भी सेविंग अकाउंट में अमाउंट होगी ना, माय डियर एवरीवन, उस पे आपको 4% इंटरेस्ट मिलेगा एवरी 3 मंथ्स. Okay, now the last point of this entire unit, and that is intra-year discounting. Up to this, we have discussed the intra-year compounding, whenever we have calculation of interest during the year, and now we have last one, intra-year discounting. Intra-year discounting, write down the title, write down the formula. As we know, here discounting means a present value, and whenever the present value is there, it is opposite to a future value. So here opposite means division. So formula is very simple. PV is equal to FV, and in a bracket 1 divide 1 divided by 1 plus in a bracket r divided by m raised to mn. वहाँ पे direct calculation था. Okay, if you see here, this is the only change. This entire formula will be in a division of 1. This is the only one change. 1 divided by entire formula 1 plus in bracket r divided by m. Formula done. Hello. Okay, good. See this question. Cash flow of 10,000 to be received at the end of the 4 year. Okay, what will be the present value of this cash flow if the rate of interest, sorry, here rate of discount is there. Okay, rate of discounting, what is here, is 12% and compounding is done quarterly. Just 1 minute, huh? I will replace this question with the correct words. Okay, this is the right. 10 flow is a case, 10,000 is a case flow. Rate of discount 12% and discounting is done quarterly. Your rate of number of years are 4 years. Put the values. PVN is equal to FVN in a bracket 1 divided by entire formula 1 plus r divided by m, this entire bracket over raised to m into n. Now try to put the values first here. FVN, future amount that we will get in a bracket 1 divided by, in a counter bracket 1 plus R. R means rate of interest 0.12 divided by month. Here discounting is done quarterly. Quarterly means how many months? Quarterly, Divya. Please remember this, very, very important for all of you. Students are generally confused here. There are 4 quarters. Okay, there are 4 quarters in a 1 year. Okay, and in a 1 quarter, there are 3 months. In 1 quarter, we have 3 months. So here M means 3. Raised to M again 3 and N number of years 4. 10,000 1 divided by in a bracket 1 plus 0.12 divided by 3, definitely you will get 0.04. So I am direct writing the answer here. Okay, 1.04 bracket over main bracket over rest to 12. Sorry, rest to 12. Are you with me? Are you with me, everyone? Yes. Okay. Now see here, in the last case, we have directly done the rest to 12 or rest to 18 of this 1.4. If you see here, directly 1.4 rest to 18. But here we have discounting, so this final answer will be divided by 1. So 1 divided by 1.04. 1 divided by 1.04. Your answer is 0.9615. Raised to 12. So raised to 12 is equal to how many? 0.6245, if I am not wrong, into 10,000. Your final answer is 6,245.97 according to my calculator. If you are getting something different, then let me know. How we are getting 3? 3 means number of months. Number of months. Again, I explained to all of you because those are from international countries. They might not aware about this one. Generally, we have 4 quarters. Here, quarters means a combination of 3 months. Again, I repeat, these 3 months are starting from April, okay, April, May, and June. First 3, then after July, August, and September. Second 3, October, November, and December. And last one, January, February, and March. So this 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3, it means 4 quarters and 12 months. Now, everyone, are we clear about the question, about the calculation, and about the final answer? Now, dear, you got the answer, how we are getting the 3? Here, quarter means a combination of 3 months. Okay. Hello, everyone. The response ratio for today class is equivalent to 0.01. Only 1 or 2 students are answering. What about others? Okay, good. You got the same answer, 6,245. Okay, so last 1 or 2 minutes from my side. This is all about the unit number 1, introduction to financial management. In this unit, we have tried to understand what do you mean by finance, types of finance, what do you mean by financial management. Then after, the important decisions of financial management, objectives of financial management, then after some of the functions, financial management and other disciplines, and lastly we have discussed the theoretical part, role of finance manager. Then after we have started the second part, practical aspect, that is time value of money, and time value of money will be divided in two categories: future value and present value, compounded value and discounted value. In a future value we have three calculations. Okay, future value for single amount, future value for annuity, and intra-year compounding. In a present value again we have three calculation: present value for single amount, present value for annuity, and entire discounting, and fourth one is the present value for infinite period. These four methods are there in a practical aspect of the discounting methods or a present value method. So this is entirely all about unit number 1. Officially from my side the unit number 1 is over. Okay, and from the next class we will go for the unit number 2, and that is unit number 2 is all about financing decision. Wait everyone, your queries will answered after my discussion. Okay, in the next unit we'll start the unit number 2, and that is all about financing decision. So my task to all of you, that from where the companies can get the money, answer we will discuss in the next class. Okay, number 1. Okay, now we will discuss your queries. Please write your queries or unmute your mic to ask the queries.